Is it love, or are you just a useful object? It's a terrible question to ask, but in reality, we need to understand what to look out for. Admit it. We're not perfect, and occasionally we can be blindsided by love. Do you feel like you're the only one investing time and emotion, or is this just a temporary perspective due to your current upset? Are you expecting too much from them, or are they truly ignoring you? To help you answer these questions, let's explore whether you're in a love shack or a toolbox. Number 1, the relationship gets one-sided and unbalanced. The most significant journey you may take in life is meeting people halfway. All relationships have their own dynamics. The give and take might not be 50-50ths, in fact, it rarely is, though precisely evenly split, going back and forth over time. At the heart of it, though, there is still a give and take from all parties in the relationship. So if the situation feels like one person is doing all the tasks while the other sits back and merely responds to what is given to them, it's not a relationship, it's a master and servant. Watch out for an imbalance in objectives as well. If they're devoted enough but lack interest or are even irritated when tomorrow is brought up, everything owes them. Number 2, boundaries. Have your loved ones been crushed over a boundary they've delineated over and over again? Maybe you let it go a couple of times because they laughed it off as, "Hey, just try this thing, it's going to be fun," or "Don't be so upset that it was just a joke." Looking back, you find you've already warned them several times, "Seriously, I don't like this," and "It's not a joke." Yet they still shrug and steamroll on in the same manner. They considered their desire worth your degradation. Silence is being equivocated as an agreement, therefore, you'll have to speak up. If after an argument, the response is still "Come on, it's not such a big deal," or "You don't care about me," you're not a human being, you're a tool. Number 3, everyone and everything owes them. One does not get something for nothing, yet this person seems to expect exactly that. You hear them complain about owed privileges, appreciation, and incentives, yet you know they haven't done anything to deserve them. If you're dating someone like that, chances are they think this is how relationships work too. Just for the sake of being with them, you're expected to love them and do whatever they desire without them lifting a finger to give love back. Number 4, relationships are meant to grow and progress. You may settle on a type of rhythm, but you're always finding renewed hope and happiness in your time together. If the relationship doesn't even reach that point or becomes immature, one begins to wonder what exactly is happening. After more than 10 years of living together, you've been trying to talk about marriage with someone since you're 2. If on your 11th anniversary you're given a little promise ring, it's time to think twice. If rather than developing and maturing, you discover that it's only their bad behaviors rubbing off on you and you're gaining nothing, they could just be keeping you stuck, so they have a justification not to develop either. Number 5, navigating a minefield is easier than talking to them. Can you discuss anything with your partner, or is it more likely that your remark means the spikes come out and they go DEFCON 1 on you? Suppose you share frustration about the relationship and they disregard your feelings, perhaps claiming you're defective in some manner or that you're overly sensitive. In that case, they say, "I don't want to take responsibility for anything." They're using you as a scapegoat for all their poor behaviors, allowing their continued lack of effort to mature. Number 6, when expectations go nuclear. The legendary wordsmith William Shakespeare once said, "The expectations are the root of all heartache." Indeed, we have some expectations for crucial fundamentals, like basic tasks or being able to discuss issues gently, and that's fine. Red flag time is when those expectations grow weirdly impossible and are never good enough to frustrate your partner. They're expecting you to be a kind of wizard, magically able to produce anything extravagant they can think of. This demonstrates their distorted perception of other people and their contribution to the relationship. You're a human being, not a piece of wood. Number 7, they act differently behind closed doors. This one is stressful because your relatives and close friends think this person is so wonderful and perfect for you because, in their presence, this person is wonderful to you. Your family and friends just have no idea when the door to your home closes, your wonderful partner peels off the mask, showing the rude, dismissive, overly critical goblin within. You're being used as an object in public. This partner is using you to improve their self-esteem by improving their public image. If you feel used, it's worth thinking about why you feel that way. It may be due to a short time or a bad day, but it might also be an indication that you should care for yourself by looking at repetitive behavior. Number 8, disinterest. Suppose you feel like they don't know anything about you and aren't even interested in knowing about you, particularly if they could be substituted by an object like a flower pot. In that case, that's most certainly not love. If you have someone who suddenly no longer cares about these simple day-to-day things, this is another indication of disinterest that needs closer examination. Ask yourself, are you being loved or just a substitute named partner? If you conclude you're being used, speak with your partner about it and pay close attention to what happens next. Is it a misunderstanding? Are they sorry? Relationships are a complicated dance, but remember, it's always between people, not a person and a tool. Did any of these remind you of something or someone? Feel free to share in the comments section. And please support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video.